All right, all right. Listen, if y'all don't know, you better ask somebody. We are here at the CEO Center stage. I am your girl, your host, Angela A. Love Lewis, and I have the queen with me today, y'all. Honey, tonight we are graced and blessed because I got my girl, Ilyasah Simpson. Listen, if I had a drum roll and some people in the background hollering, screaming in the crowd, baby, I will be pushing that button so y'all can hear it. Illy, how are you?
I am well, Queen. I am well. And how are you?
Baby, cannot complain because I'm here with you and I know we about to get down and talk about, honey, all this feminine goodness, all of this, queen things and all of that. So, I'm always excited about that type of conversation. So I see somebody's already coming into my hello, ladies. So hello, hello. Make sure you all share this out, tag somebody who needs to know what it means to be a queen and who just needs to know what the CEO Center stage is all about. So let me say this. The CEO Center stage is really a great opportunity here in the CEO district that we give to people who are really part of the tribe membership. Allowing you an opportunity to get on here, showcase who you are, showcase what you do. Stop being the best kept secret and be the secret that everybody is willing to talk about and tell. Because y'all know how somebody said, "Don't tell nobody, it's a secret." Well, we want you to go and talk about all this, right? So when you're on the center stage, you are front and center, and you're letting people know who you are and what you do. And it's created to be a hybrid type of thing. So we do an interview style first, and then Illy will come on and share about her business, maybe show you some products, maybe do some things, and let you know what it means to be in the Yoni garden. You know what I'm saying? So Illy, I know I said a little bit, but I want you to tell people a little bit more about who you are and what you do.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Angela, so much for having me on Center Stage tonight. It is always a pleasure when we get together. It's always love, love, and lots of fun. My name is Ilyasah Simpson. As she said, I am the owner of Royal Splendor Yoni Garden. I am a Yoni practitioner amongst many other things. I take time out because I love being a woman. I love being intimate with myself. I love treating myself as a queen because we are all women and we are queens of the universe. And you have to identify your power, your worthiness, your value as a beautiful woman that you are. Because when you know that, life for you is just extremely different. You can make better decisions. Your eyes are open, your ears are clear, your eyes are clear. You speak most eloquently all about you, having intimacy with you. And it's also about drawing a divine line, separating yourself from you and all your networks, anything that's not of your world. You are the most important person because without you, there's nothing else that anyone can do that can bother you, irritate you, because you have that force field around you that separates you with that divine line. I roll strongly in doing so because it protects my peace. I don't know about y'all, but I know about me, and I believe in protecting my peace. It gives me such warmness in my spirit, my soul, and it allows me to stand up for me and to speak up for me and to think for me and do what I want to for me and not feel any guilt whatsoever about pleasing someone else without pleasing myself first.
Yeah, I'm finna end the broadcast because y'all got everything you needed in that snippet. I just want to counsel on the stage and say, just go on to the house, get your glass of wine, and sit back and chill and do you and create your divine line. So before I do that, let me just shout out because I see we got some beautiful ladies on here. So I see Shavonda Crawford, hey ma'am, Lakeisha Lockeridge, Monica G. Ladies, thank you all so much for tuning in. We definitely appreciate it. But let's get back to what Illy said because it's really about being unapologetically you and understanding that you deserve to come first. You put yourself first so that you can get what you need to embrace your feminine energy, to embrace who you are, to love yourself and care and do the things that you need to do for you because it makes you that much better when you go and take care of somebody else. So when your cup is overflowing, they used to say, don't pour from an empty cup. You want your cup to be full. No, 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 no. I said, let's make your cup overflowing. So when it's overflowing, that means that people are getting everything, all that goodness, right? Because when it's overflowing, that means it's coming from the bottom, bubbling on up. So you're really getting all of that. And you're talking about doing the divine line. It's so hard, Illy, for people to create boundaries. And
Yes.
so I know that it's a process, but how can people get started? And Tanya Bird, hello, good evening, ma'am. Thanks for joining. How do people get started, even trying to create a boundary or to draw their divine line so that they can start really putting themselves first?
The first thing I'm going to say is everything begins and ends with you. Everything in and
Everything.
of your life, people that's attached to you. It doesn't matter. You are the beginning and the finisher of anything that goes on because you have to identify who you are, how important you are to yourself. What do you bring to the table? Looking in yourself in the mirror, letting yourself know, I love you, self, without being emotional or crying or hurting and being in pain. It's about healing anything that aches or ails you. So it's mental and physical balance that you must demonstrate in your life. Then it starts with, again, you wanting, knowing what you want. What do you want? Ask yourself, what do you want? What do you want to do with yourself? So it's identifying who you are, what you want to do with yourself, because once you know what you want to do with yourself, then you know which way you're going. And then you can set yourself up to say, okay, I'm going there and I'm going to walk this way, and no one needs to get in my way of getting there. So you have to be well disciplined and focused and determined to say, it doesn't matter what's going on in and around my life because the enemy's busy, y'all. And the more focused that you want to be at that end game, because you can work your way backwards. State what your goal is, work your way backwards. Well, once you know what your end game is, just go there and don't let any distractions set up your boundaries. Excuse me, you're in my way. Not today, maybe tomorrow. How about next week? Please, I have to get to my goal. And don't be afraid to tell people what you're doing. Explain to them, I have a goal. I have to get there. I want to be healthier. I want to be wiser. I want to be stronger. I want to, beautify myself. I want to do these things. Take time out for self-care, self-love, self-worth. I understand. We understand. We are women, and we have to fight to keep our peace and everything we want wrapped up in our own bottles.
Mm. I'm saying all of that is just such a powerful thing. And I love how you say things, Illy, because to me, it seems like it's just wrapped up in honey. So it just makes it feel so good to hear you share those things with us. And I think to me, a lot of reasons why women have such a hard time is because a lot of times we don't identify what we want. You know what I'm saying? We tend to go with the flow with what everybody else wants. We tend to be very accommodating, very, flexible with what everybody else's schedule is. Okay, well, okay, you can't make it here. Okay, well, I'll adjust my schedule to fit you. Okay, I really didn't want to eat chicken tonight, but if that's what you want, okay, I'll do that. So knowing what you want requires really you to spend some time with you. And I think
Mhm.
we're always so busy, we don't spend time by ourselves. Now, pandemic kind of helped us to sit down and be still and say, listen, I don't know if you know this or not, because some of you may not even like yourself,
Right.
but that's a process, right?
Totally a process.
So, Illy, tell us, with all of that being said, you stepped out and created Royal Splendor Yoni Garden. How did that come about? Was this something that just, is something you've been thinking about all along, or was this just something that just recently came to you? What made you come up with this concept?
What made me come up with this concept is I was suffering through the symptoms of having perimenopausal uncomfortableness.
Mm-hmm.
I was irritable. I was angry inside. I was. It felt some days like I was in the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Some days were just the day sweats, the night sweats, my scalp was all wet, and I would just burst out in perspiration and sensitivity. You're extremely sensitive. So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
it has to be relief,
Yeah.
without medication. When my doctor wanted to put me on medication, I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So I believe in everything being natural and holistic. So I started reading. There has to be a better way. So I came upon Yoni steaming. Yoni steaming is also known as V steaming, is also known as vaginal steaming. And what it is, it's a gentle, powerful self care treatment for women. And women where you can wrap yourself in a gown, a towel, a big shirt, a big skirt, and you sit on a hot bowl with heat and herbs, and the herbs steam up inside your vagina. And what it does is it has so many wonderful benefits that women don't even think about. It removes toxins from your body, it reduces menstrual bloating, it treats bacteria and yeast infections, it helps you maintain a healthy feminine odor, it heals your reproductive system for some women who want to have childbirth. It treats hemorrhoids. It promotes healing of damaged vaginal tissues. Like if some people was like violated, or you have rough sexual encounters, it helps heals your skin and rejuvenates it. It stimulates your immune system. It stabilizes your mood. It helps with individuals with menopause. It
Oh.
moisturizes, aiding fluid retention. It steams your sexual energy. I remember one time I did a pop-up shop,
Mm-hmm.
and this woman came up to my table and she was like, "Oh, I don't need that." And I said, "What do you mean?" And she didn't even allow me to do a proper introduction, like, "Hi,
Mm-hmm.
my name is Ilyasah." She just
Right.
threw me to the side. So I asked her, "What do you mean?" She said, "That's only for women who want to have babies. I'm 52 years old. I'm not
Hmm.
having any children." So I said, "Well, let me ask you something." And she said, "What?" I said, "Were there any times that you had sex, even with someone you love, that you did not want to have sex with?" And she stopped and looked at me and she said, yeah. I said, "Every time you have sex that you do not want to have sex, You feel feelings of violations that, but also obligation. And
Mm.
that can bring a negative aura into your vaginal area. I
Wow.
said vaginal steaming allows those negative auras to um, dissipate from your body so you can have pleasant moods. So then she had to think again. Wow, I'm sorry I approached you that way. Yes, because it's not just about what you think. Sometimes you have to educate yourself to answer questions. And I, as any other woman, has been in that position. We all have sex at some point in time in our lives, and we all go through someone or some many ones that we have had sex with that we really didn't want to have sex with at the time, our moods. But then is that obligation. I'm your woman, I'm your wife, I'm your girl, whatever you label yourself, sweetie. That's my man. Let me go satisfy him. But you have claim over your own body.
Mm.
And no one teaches us that. It's even going back to slavery where we are always having sex when we don't want to. So if now is not the right time, I don't know when is the right time. So this is what I presented to the table like, hey queens, you have right to your own body. And I need you to know that. I need you to understand that. And not only do you have right to your own body, I want you to smell good all the time.
Mhm.
I want you to, as we get older, our vaginal walls become thin. I want you to be fluffy and rejuvenated and feel sexually beautiful just for self, not because of someone else, just for self. I want you to have
Mm.
sacred moments in your bathroom and develop wonderful self care treatment moments and just inhale the effervescence of all the beautiful herbs blending together. I want you to sit back and love yourself for these 20, 30 minutes that you take back and not give someone else and not feel guilty about it. So, Royal Splendor came from those thoughts, those theories I had. And because I wanted relief of being a woman in her 50s and going through agony, I needed relief, but I wanted to be
Mm.
beautiful. I wanted to feel beautiful. So I made it beautiful. And I want people to know how to do it at home. You don't have to go to a spa. Just order the big self-care beginner kit and just keep ordering the herbs and you will feel wonderful. I do it every week for the last 3 years. And I feel wonderful as a woman. And I just wanted to share just the opportunity or just the encouragement that this is an option for all women. But on my website, I have questions and answers of anything that you may have all right on the homepage. Just log on and scroll down, and I have 6 pages of information to help women understand this is my body. I love my body. I respect my body. My body is healed, and I can do whatever I want to with my body of my business and feel like a queen.
Baby, listen, I'm talking about they over here like, wow, great knowledge. The steams are wonderful. Let me say this. If y'all heard Illy, she said that she's been doing this for 3 years. And
Mhm.
anybody that knows Ilyasah, and I mean, even now, you should be able to kind of sense her presence. As women, a lot of times, as young girls, most times you don't have that sex talk, or you don't have the talk about taking care of your vagina, or you don't have the talk about, embracing who you are and feeling good about yourself. You don't really have that talk. because a lot of women are uncomfortable with having the conversation. Well, as you get older and you go through life and you're trying to find love and you're having kids and you're dealing with money problems, job problems, you're just dealing with life and you have stress and you have all these things that go on, and you get more and more detached from
So,
embracing the beauty that is within inside you. And
right.
so, what I love about what you're doing with Rural Splendor Yoni Garden is that you are bringing us back to the knowledge of self and embracing us, through knowing that you have something that is sacred and beautiful. And if we can tap into that, because everybody that knows you, Illy, you just have this presence about yourself of how you show up. And now I see, if you've been doing this for 3 years, now I see, because that experience transcends. So although you think sometimes how some people are always anxious, always worried, always stressed out, always angry, always this, that, and the other, a lot of that comes because you don't take the time to slow down and just tap into your inner self and make sure that your inner self is nourished and
Yes.
embraced and loved on, and the steams, because you just think of having warmness come up in there, and you have these herbs that are having healing properties, and you're doing all these things. That to me is healing from the inside out. So as you are
Exactly.
healing internally, all of that goodness comes out in your how you feel about yourself. Now your self-esteem and self-worth when you spend time loving on yourself. And so now you get to have this aura like Illy has, where you just know that you know that you know, and nobody can tell you anything different. But you
Right.
feel like a queen because you've taken care of yourself as a queen does.
Yes.
So Illy, let me ask you this. Do you have any products or anything with you now that you can share with anybody or show them? Or
Um, Unfortunately not. And even so, I do have it actually in my car. Because I'm
okay.
on a little hiatus. So I just wanted to stop by because I always love sharing, and sharing is
Mhm,
caring, and I do everything with love, because it's so important for women to understand that they are important. You are important. You are beautiful queens, and so many women do not understand that. They skip the whole concept and process of you must take care of the vagina. You must save your vajayjay. It's important. No one taught you how to be extremely loving to your own body.
mm,
Um, so my website does have the items that I do have.
mhm,
I'm always available to answer any questions that anyone may have. And sometimes people are like specific, like, oh, I don't want to talk about certain things. They really keep their bodies private. But if you just embrace the knowledge that is available to help you love yourself just a
mhm,
little bit more. So you don't have to look to men to complete you. You don't have to look for your anything other than yourself to complete you. You don't need a title to complete you. You don't need your job to complete you. You just need you in a relationship with yourself, but also having a relationship with God. That completes you. And
mm,
the glow that you get from steaming is my skin stays on high, like it does. And I won't even use wear makeup, and my skin is always glowing. And sometimes I don't realize it, but even just wiping my face in a mirror, I'm like, wow, like my skin is like really, you know, flawless at times. And I wouldn't even have thought of it myself, but me going through my own process of doing it every single week and taking time to love myself every single day and having a
mhm,
routine and flowing with my day. And it works. But I have an assessment online because I have herbs for people for different reasons. There's an assessment on my website that you can take the assessment that it'll allow you to see the results to whatever type a blend that you may need for a specific reason. My website is www.royalsplendor.yonigarden.com. I'm gonna put it in the if
I know
someone
I was getting ready to put it in there myself. So that's what I was typing.
Splendor at,
www.royalsplendoryonigardens.com.
without a
Okay.
S, yonigarden.com.
Garden. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what? Let me do this because, ladies, I know while you have Ilyasah here, I want her, Ilya, if you can, maybe just tell them some of the products that you have. I'm gonna put you
Sure,
on here by yourself so you can do it.
I absolutely can. I
And
have
ladies, if
Yoni.
you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments so that Illy can address some of the things that you may want to know about this process as well.
I have a Yoni wash, and it helps the pH balance of your vagina. Excuse me, I have yoni oil to keep it moisturized. I have yoni slob for if you have um, rough sexual intercourse, or if maybe if somebody, if you were even raped, in any way that it calms you, even if you shave and you get cuts, it helps heal your skin at a faster rate than anything else. I have vaginal tightening gel. So if you feel that you're loose and you need to be tightened, I have the inserted gels. I also have a menstrual soothing. It's a tincture that you put underneath your tongue, and it'll help soothe your menstrual, anyone that's still on their menstrual cycle. I have another tincture that's called Good Vibes. It helps you have good aura. Um, I have a Yum Yum Yoni butter scrub. It's absolutely delicious. It smells delicious. It rubs on your skin and it rubs the dead skin off. I also have Yoni blends, Royal Splendor Yoni blend. That's what I use on a weekly basis. It takes care of the gamut of everything that I need for its benefits. But then I also have specifics. I have specific blends if you have PCOS, if you have yeast, if you have menopause, if you want passion, if you, I have one called Taste Me. Each one has different types of herbs. Each one has a specific feature. Um, I also have Yoni Pearls. That's a 3-day process that you would insert the yoni pearl into your vagina. You hold it in for 24 hours. The first one, take it out, put the second one in, and then the third. And it pulls out all the toxins inside your vagina. I have the yoni seats. The yoni seats is what you place in the toilet, and that's what you put the yoni blends in. You set it up like a cup of tea. I know everyone here knows how to make a cup of tea. So imagine the teacup, it's the basin, right? So it's the basin that sits inside the toilet. It expands, so it has depth when you push it down. You put the herbs, the yoni herbs, into the basin of the little tub, and then you pour hot water in it, just like if you're making a cup of tea. You're gonna cover the basin for 10 minutes, because the one thing you don't want to do is burn yourself. I don't want anyone to burn themselves. So you put the covering over for 10 minutes so it'll cool down. And then what you do is while it's cooling down, set up some candles in your bathroom. Set up some smell goods, whatever smell that you like, what you prefer, and you bring some sexy music on into your bathrooms. I love jazz. I love the Mesa station on Pandora. Bring out the beautiful you. Just, you are amazing. Bring that piece out. Set up a sacred place in your bathroom just for that time that you can take it all in. So you have the steam, you're going to smell the herbs, they smell amazing. You're going to have your candles, you're going to have your sexy music, you're going to have you, and you're going to sit on the toilet for 20 minutes. Some can stay 30, but I so strongly suggest 20 minutes, because it takes about 20 minutes for the water to calm and, lose its heat. When you are steaming, you will start to feel bubbly and fantastic in your vaginal area. You will feel moisturized. You will feel rejuvenated. You're going to feel it immediately on the first steam. So when that happens, you're going to start thinking like, wow, this is different for me. Wow, I never felt this way before. Wow, I want to do it again. And you're going to do it again, because it makes you feel absolutely like a wonderful woman. And sometimes we as women, we don't feel like women. We as women, we don't feel beautiful. We as women, we don't feel the light coming through us. We don't feel the sexy. Bring it back. It's never too late to bring it back. And I strongly encourage you to bring back your sexy. I strongly encourage you to do that. I also have candles. I created a Royal Splendor Yoni candle line to match the herbs that's in your yoni steam. And both aromas are just so amazing. You just want to sit there and don't talk to anyone else for hours and hours and hours. But please check out my website. I have like 6 pages of information for you to go through and read. If you like, I have a question and answer on the very, very first page. The store is there. Click on it. If you place order, I will send it out to you. www.royalsplendoroyonigarden.com. And again, click on it if you want to talk to me, ask me a question. There's an assessment there. And one more thing, I do yoni spa parties. Yoni spa parties are there on the very bottom of the home page of the website. You can click on it and it'll tell you all about your yoni party experience to be. And just schedule a yoni party with me. And if you are here on here tonight, I can give you, if you're in the area of Atlanta, or um, I'm in New York right this second until November 6th. But for the holidays, after the holidays, at the beginning of the year, I'm doing a big church function in New York in February. So wherever you want me to be, let me know. Set it up with me. The, Click the link on the bottom of the home page. It's scrolling. It's a ticker scrolling. You click it and it'll open up to a whole nother section. Book your yoni party for next year, for this year, whatever you want to do. It has to be a minimum of 6 people, but I will definitely make it happen for you, because I want you to experience being a queen, feeling all your sexiness. And definitely we will talk about setting up, not feeling guilty, about setting boundaries and having divine lines to love you, on you, and do everything to be about you. So that is what I have. And I always love to share. So I'm here. I'm here.
Listen, I am super grateful for you to have the opportunity to come on here on center stage and share with everyone about what it means to just create a sacred space for yourself. And when you take care of yourself and when you nourish yourself from the inside out, the benefits far exceed anything that you expect. And so we want to make sure that everybody gets an opportunity. Again, the website is Royal Splendor Yoni Garden.com. Go there and get informed. Like I said, for some people, they never even had an opportunity to hear about, you know, how to take care of themselves properly, how to prepare themselves, to have this type of experience. You're
Yes.
never too old to go in and start self-care and start self-love and develop a routine where you start setting aside time for yourself, because we deserve it, ladies. We are always out here wearing multiple hats, and we deserve to sit down for a minute, relax, get some good smelling candles, take care of our JJs, make sure that we have that experience. And I'm telling y'all, just from Illy explaining it is enough for you to want to go ahead and place an order today. So go to her website, check out what she has to offer. It's a Q&A, there's an assessment. Make sure you take those. And again, it's nothing to be embarrassed about, ladies, because we all got one. So it's nothing for you to feel any type of way about. Make sure you do something for you. And I'm telling you, we're ending up the year strong. We're going into 2023. Put you on your priority list and start by taking care of yourself in this way. And I'm telling you, once you do that, it will blow your mind as to how you're going to open up to even more experiences. Now you're going to feel confident about yourself. Now you're going to feel sexy. Now you're going to feel all those things. And I'm telling you, honey, you're going to be just like Queen Illy, glowing from the inside out, baby, to where people be looking at you all the time. Because Illy, I know, tell them, you get compliments all the time about how you look and how you show up and how you carry yourself all the time.
I do. I do. And I thank God for that. I do.
So listen, tell me this again. How can I get in contact with you? And somebody said, I see you have something for men as well. So share a little bit about that real quick.
Okay, I have a men's line because men can steam, but they're steaming from their anus. And it helps minimize stress. It helps them also with their moods. I have a special blend for men. Um, I also have, I just ordered some new items for men, like some beard moisturizer and conditioner, and you know, I have a spray. It's called Jules. And what it is, it's a intimate spray for men for when they sweat between up and underneath their testicles, and um, it moisturizes them and it keeps them in a fresh zone, because most men, they don't have this freshness going on with them. So I want to cater to freshening up men as well as freshening up women. But women, honestly, even with me doing lives, if I'm there's never a time that I do a live and multiple men call me after to ask me, what could I do, or how can I, give this to my lady, my wife, um, because they complain, ladies, and I'm being honest, they complain that women have odors. And some women do not understand that they have odors, and they said they do not want to have sex with their female counterpart. So, like, sometimes they'll create an argument because they don't want to do it. And then what we do is, like, we come home and even we take a shower and we spray, or we don't take a shower and then we spray, and then we want to have intimate moments with them, and then they get to your beautiful sexy box and say, okay, I don't want to have sex with today. So I'm just sharing what they tell me, because some women, and even with me starting this business, I have encountered 80% women that come to my table look at my table or me to feel, oh, I don't need that. And the
Mhm.
same person that's saying, oh, I don't need that, you need it because your counterpart is expressing, oh, my lady has an odor, but I don't know how to share this with her without her feeling insulted. So I also said, I have care. I can create care packages with the candles and everything to show you, listen, just like you giving a dozen roses, it's the same process. Men want us to be beautiful, to smell good, but you have to want to be beautiful and smell good for yourself, because it's going to cause friction in your bedroom. And I see it all the time. I hear it all the time. Even before I started this business, every man that I encountered and expressed what I wanted to do, they said, you are going to help so many men. You have no idea. So it's like, why should the man be even more happier for me to start this business? But women looking at me like, I don't know what you did that for. But we as women have to be honest with ourselves. Sometimes you can smell yourself. Some women get out of a shower or bathtub and still have an odor. Even, and just giving an example, you can go into a bathroom stall and come out of a bathroom stall, and there's some funkified smells coming up there when it's time for you to go to the bathroom. So know that everyone, you may look good, but that doesn't mean you always smelling good, because everyone works. We perspire, we come home, we rushing, we dashing, we cooking, we doing so many things. We forget that we start to have an odor. And all you have to do is, I always say, have your take off your bra moments, unsnapping the last hook of your bra, for you to transition from your masculine energy to your feminine energy. And once you transfer over to your feminine energy, you hold that and make that a beautiful, wonderful self care moment, to make sure you are smelling and feeling soft and wonderful and silky and everything beautiful, because you are beautiful and you deserve it. You deserve it. How do
Yeah.
you accept a man's present at a basket for? Well, you could call me, and or put it, I have a special page where you can um put in a special order, and then I will connect with you and I could create whatever basket that you want created. Is that okay?
Did you have? I think she was. Is that good, Wanda? Or did you have something? Well, I'll make sure y'all connect so that you can ask some specific questions to help somebody out. And Illy, I thank you for that explanation. I think that, so many people get intimidated, but at the end of the day, it's not about intimidation. It's really about you taking the time to learn yourself and really just tap into what you already have. And once
Right.
you tap into it, embrace it and love it, and
Love it.
allow that. Yes, love it, and then allow it to transform you into someone who is confident. Because Illy, if y'all don't know, in the CEO district has a class called Sexiness Breeds Confidence. And
Yes.
so listen, y'all better tap into Queen Illy, honey, because she got some things for you to take you to that next level. So let me see here. Oh, she said she was asking for somebody else, so she will reach out so y'all can connect. And Tanya Bird says, "Love it, love it, love it. Great conversation." So thank you all, ladies, for tuning in today. Illy, is there anything that you want to leave the ladies with before we end the broadcast?
Yes, I also have a IG page, Royal Splend'or Yoni Garden LLC. I always have lives on there. I always have instructional videos on how to set up your bathroom for your yoni. Um, experience for yourself. I also have pictures from Yoni parties I've had, testimonials. Like, I share so many things about loving yourself, and being all things beautiful. You deserve it. You deserve it. So follow me on IG at Royal Splendor Yoni Garden LLC. As soon as you start typing, you should see it because it's the only Royal Splendor Yoni Garden. But follow me, inbox me, DM me. I am always here to help. I can do seminars, I can do at home engagements. Let me know. I am definitely here because I'm all about the education. Because the more you are educated about yourself, the better relationships you have with yourself and with others, and the confidence will just flow and shine radiantly throughout your days.
Come on and get y'all some radiance, baby. Get you some radiance. I love it. I love it. Listen, you all have seen CEO Center Stage. This is what it's all about. Giving you an opportunity to not only come on and talk about your business, but and talk about the why and talk about some things of why you should be able to do business with Illy. You know, having her on here now that now you know she does it not only just for women but men products as well. So let's get it together. You know, if you're in a relationship, whatever, significant other, married, whatever that relationship is, have y'all a day together. You know, you can do yours, he can do his, or maybe y'all want to do it together as a couple, whatever that looks like. But I'm telling you, the more confident you feel about yourself, the more confident he feels about himself, the better you all will feel together. And that just opens up endless possibilities of how you show up and move throughout life. I'm telling you, better experiences breed better experiences. So thank you all so much. I see all the love. Wanda, Tanya, Kelly, everybody says great live. They love it. They love it. Ilya, again, thank you so much for being here on the CEO Center stage. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you again, once again, for having me. It's always wonderful and a blessing to be with women that we love, and you, as I love, Miss A loves. So definitely, it is what it is.
It is what it is. All right, y'all. Meet us back. So next week we are on break. That's the last I think Monday of the month. And so we will resume back the beginning. So first Monday in November, and I will be on with Kelly A. Bowen. So make sure y'all tap in to see what the founder of the CEO District is going to be talking about on Center Stage. Until then, y'all have a beautiful night, and make sure y'all go to Illy's website and get you some stuff for your Yoni baby, and get yourself together and bring that sexy back, right? Y'all have a good
Back.
one.
Bye bye.
Bye.